Now that we've saved our project, we're ready to go to the next step, which is to create a folder structure and make sure we can manage all of our assets. Now, when you're doing video editing, you're dealing with lots and lots of different file formats and large files and small files, ranging from large video files to maybe some small images, some text, some background, special effects, a whole range of different files that you're going to put together to create your video. So you need to be able to manage all these assets effectively. And the best thing to do is to have a folder structure on your hard drive and also a folder structure here in the browser. Now, the way we're going to do this is we're going to go straight to the Finder, and I've got my Finder window, it's already open. If yours isn't open, just go to File, New Finder window, and it'll come up. I'll go to the folder that I've already created, which has my Final Cut project in it. News Update March 13. There's the one I've started to save. Now I'm going to build a folder structure. This is a folder structure I highly recommend. Right-click, New Folder. If you haven't got a right-click, you can go up to this function here, click on that, and it'll give you an option for a new folder. First folder I always encourage the students to use is BGs and titles. Now, that's where you're going to be saving any background effect that you've created, any title that you've created outside of Final Cut, you can save in there and know it's going to be located there. Right-click, New Folder, call this one Stills, and this is where all of the still images will be located. Right-click, New Folder, this one will be called Music, and this is where all your music will be located. Right-click, New Folder, and we'll call this one Footage, because sometimes you're going to be using footage that you haven't necessarily captured. Now, if you've captured the footage, as I'll show you later, it will automatically appear here in the Capture Scratch folder, as long as you went to the system settings, as I explained earlier in the tutorials. Now, what are we up to? We've got music, we've got footage, we've got BGs and titles, and which one am I missing? Mental blank, we've got our stills. I think we're probably right to go. So that'll probably do. So what we do now is we'll just close down our Finder, go back into Final Cut, and we're going to mimic that by this time doing a right click inside the browser, going to New Bin. Now they call it a bin instead of a folder. I think it goes back to the old sort of film talk where they talk about putting your film in a bin. Now the bin is just another name for a folder, so we'll have a stills bin. Right click, New Bin. We will have a music bin. Right click, New Bin. We will have a footage bin, and the last one is a BGs and titles bin. So we've got our folder structure, and now we're ready to go to the next phase